This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Missy Kohler. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson. News 25 is also brought to you by Silver State Health, Pahrumps exclusive pediatric care clinic. Call 775-505-1214 for an appointment.
Welcome and thank you for joining us here on News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
I'm Missy Kohler. Happy Friday, March 12th.
Well, one person was taken by ambulance this afternoon following a reported stabbing. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies, detectives, and Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue medics were on scene at the RV park behind the Best Western Hotel off of Highway 160 in East Charleston Park this afternoon for a report of a person who was allegedly stabbed in the face. Medics transported the male victim via Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue ambulance to Desert View Hospital. Police called out commands via a loudspeaker to a male suspect that was located inside the trailer.
Nye County vaccine appointments are available for Tuesday, March 16th in Tonopah, Round Mountain, Thursday, March 18th in Pahrump, and for Friday, March 19th, you can book that appointment by going to nyecounty.net and clicking at the top of the page for COVID-19 appointments. Northern Nye County vaccination general population 65 plus and 18 to 64 with underlying conditions and specified work groups. Pahrump is still only 65 plus and specified work groups. Please note that the state's expansion to 55 plus population is only through pharmacies and not available at these pods. There are 8 new COVID-19 positive cases since Monday reported and confirmed, with all 7 in Pahrump and 1 in Smoky Valley. There has been 2,824 confirmed cases of COVID-19 positives countywide since the first reported case last March. Nye County has a call-in number for more information, 775-751-6313. There's a drive-up testing in Pahrump as well on Monday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. and Wednesday and Friday morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. And by appointment, testing is available in Tonopah and other areas of the county. Southern Nevada Health District has expanded vaccine eligibility to food service hospitality workers effective immediately. This state is working with the Board of Pharmacy to open appointments statewide at pharmacy locations to those 55 plus with underlying health conditions, individuals with disabilities, and individuals experiencing homelessness by next week. Nye County is asking for more residents to become COVID-19 vaccination volunteers as dose availability and the number of vaccination points of dispensary or pods expand. They are also asking professionals, including nurses, pharmacists, dentists, and veterinarians, if they would like to volunteer. People wanting to volunteer can apply at servenv.org and choose between groups such as the Battleborn Medical Corps and the Medical Reserve Corps.
Well, 2 vehicles sustained major damage after crashing on Pahrump's north side. Both drivers claimed no injury at the time of the crash this afternoon on Leslie Street and Linda. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies and auxiliary units arrived on scene. The crash appears to have occurred when the driver of the white sedan conducted a U-turn in front of the dark-colored vehicle. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue arrived on scene to medically check out all occupants.
2 individuals were detained by officers following a physical fight in a homeless camp.
2 people were taken into custody this afternoon following a fight in progress near the homeless camp off of Dahlia Street. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies, detectives, and Nevada Highway Patrol arrived on scene. Officers took both suspects into custody at gunpoint after they allegedly refused to follow verbal commands. Officers also searched a white van that was in the area at the time of this incident. And some exciting news on March 15th. That's Monday. The Nevada Department of Transportation and Salt Lake Express will launch a daily bus service between Las Vegas and Reno. Operated by the Salt Lake Express, a daily round-trip bus service will connect Las Vegas with various stops in northern Nevada via U.S. Highway 95 and Interstate 80. The bus will pick up passengers from McCarran International Airport and South Strip Transit Terminal and offer stops in Pahrump, Beatty, Tonopah, Hawthorne, Fallon, Fernley, Reno Tahoe International Airport, and Centennial Plaza Bus Terminal in Sparks. Ticket pricing and reservations are available at saltlakeexpress.com or by calling 1-800-356 9796. Routes will also be offered between Elko and Salt Lake City, Utah, and Twin Falls, Idaho. And if you missed any of that, it is on our local Facebook page. And you can find out more information, of course, by going to that website, saltlakeexpress.com.
We've got your business report coming up right after the break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back. COVID relief checks are on the way to most Americans, and Amazon has some competition on Wall Street as shares of Coupang began trading on the New York Stock Exchange.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Tapping our news, President Biden signed the $1.9 trillion COVID relief package into law. Stimulus checks could go out this weekend. There's $350 billion in aid to state and local governments. The stimulus package also includes $7.25 billion for small business owners to tap into for the Paycheck Protection Program. Amazon has a bit of competition on Wall Street. Coupang, the biggest IPO in years, opened for trading Thursday on the New York Stock Exchange. Coupang is based in South Korea and is similar to Amazon. Coupang is valued around $60 billion. Amazon notably reported fourth quarter revenue recently that shattered records by reaching $125.5 billion in revenue.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Well, you might have already known this. Nevada Outreach and Training Organization here in Pahrump is reporting a dramatic increase in the number of homeless people in our community. But there are resources available to help those in need.
Jessica Barlow works with Nevada Outreach Training Organization. She says during the latest count, volunteers discovered a lot more homeless people than the year before.
Last year, when we went out for our point-in-time count, we counted 70 people that fit the criteria of being obviously homeless or living in a place not meant for habitation. This year, when we went out, we were able to make contact last year. That was the difference between this year. Due to COVID guidelines, we were not able to actually go out and knock on doors. So we were just asked to observe. Just the observations that we could make without actually making contact, we saw 54 individuals. And then we saw 116 structures that qualified also, no power, water, or sewage. And then we had 11 people within the hotels that were known to be having no home other than that hotel that night. So we're able to count them as well. And that gave us a total of 170 this year compared to the 70 last year. So we're up at least 100 that we know of.
Barlow says it's important to get an accurate count because those numbers affect how much aid for the homeless our area receives.
So it's definitely an important part of how we gain our funding and our allocations for the homeless voucher program. We need to be able to show, number one, that we've got a need and exactly how big our need here in rural Nevada is. So it's definitely critical that we get the best count that we can each year. We submit that to the Housing Authority, and then they would say, you know, you have X amount of allocations in the queue, and then we're able to put our homeless into the queue and draw vouchers out of that system. And then the homeless go into, you know, a 1-year trial period, and if they can meet the criteria or the conditions of the housing voucher that they receive, it turns into an actual HUD housing voucher from then forward after the first year.
Nevada Outreach Training Organization provides a number of resources to help anyone who's homeless.
If I see, you know, somebody that's obviously homeless while I'm in the community, I do carry my flyers for the Family Resource Center and approach them and let them know, hey, just so you know, we're here, this is what we do. I do have a feeling that there are a lot more people homeless now that probably don't know about our services between last year and now. We definitely hope to reach out to them here in the near future.
For more information about the services provided by Nevada Outreach Training Organization, you can stop by their offices at 621 South Blagg Road. Call them at 775-751-1118 or check them out on Facebook at Nevada Outreach Training Organization.
Thanks so much to Brad Francis for that. Well, next week we'll continue our conversation with Jessica Barlow as she tells us more about the services and programs offered by Nevada Outreach Training Organization.
The next neighborhood cleanup is going to be on Saturday, March 27th from 9 until 1 p.m. We're going to meet at the Bob Roode Community Center at Petrock Park on the corner of Basin Avenue and Highway 160 under the blue tarp. Bring your trucks, trailers, and get ready to get some trash and shopping carts cleaned up. We can't wait to see you there. Water, gloves, bags, and snacks are provided with our usual pizza party afterwards, provided by Little Caesars.
That's going to be so much fun. Well, the latest red flag training exercise is underway at Nellis Air Force Base in Las Vegas.
More than 2,500 airmen from across the country and the world are back at Nellis Air Force Base in Las Vegas, this time for Red Flag 21-2. Just weeks after the completion of the last Red Flag exercise, this one got underway this week and runs through next Friday, March 19th. The 20th Fighter Wing from Shaw Air Force Base in South Carolina is the lead wing for this iteration, which welcomes international participants from a dozen states, Singapore, Sweden, and 7 NATO member nations. Red Flag exercises provide air crews the experience of multiple intensive air combat sorties in the safety of a training environment, helping to prepare U.S. and allied partner nation air crews for aerial combat with accurate and realistic threat replication training. Nellis Air Force Base is one of several air bases that host Red Flag events throughout the year.
Got your health report coming right up, so stick around.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by Canyon Ridge Periodontics. Give them a call at 702-966-0302.
Thanks for being with us tonight. There are now 3 COVID-19 vaccines approved for emergency use by the FDA, and some people may be wondering if they should wait for one over another to become available. But now's not the time to be choosy. If a vaccine is available, doctors recommend taking it.
If you can get the vaccine, the best thing to do is get that vaccine when it's your turn. Be ready, and absolutely don't wait for I want vaccine A if you're offered vaccine B. Take vaccine B. It works great. They all work very well.
Dr. Frank Esper is an infectious disease specialist with Cleveland Clinic Children's. He says vaccine supply is still scarce, so if you're eligible and find availability, don't wait. There currently aren't any guidelines recommending one vaccine over another for specific people, making them all fair game. Regardless of brand or vaccine type, they've all been shown to be effective in preventing COVID-19 infection, and they all bring us one step closer to herd immunity and normalcy.
They all help. We still don't know exactly where that herd immunity is. It's somewhere between 50 to 80%. And they all help us reach that, magic number. But there's no reason, again, why you should take one versus the other. If you can take one, take one.
Dr. Esper says while the trio of COVID-19 vaccines have been deemed safe and effective, they're still undergoing testing. He says future research may help us tease out whether certain vaccines may be better suited for specific populations, but we're just not there yet.
Well, if you're thinking about adopting a furry friend, there's plenty of dogs available at our local shelters. And today's Save a Pet, Darby O'Donnell introduces us to Stella.
Today's Save a Pet is proudly sponsored by Jason Ernest with Mountain West Lawyers. Call 775-727-9500.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined once again with Stella. Stella is a 2-year-old black and white pitty. If you are a pitty lover, she is for you. She is gorgeous. She has that sleek hair. She has a big, bulky, boxy head that I know I love with my pit bull. She has little freckles all over her nose and a beautiful white stripe that goes down her head and on her chest. Stella is all ready to go. She has been spayed. She has gotten all of her shots. She is ready to go out the door today. She is a sweet little girly. She responds really well to different tones of voices. She gives awesome little kisses. Stella will definitely need to be in a home with a strong sense of leadership because pit bulls are quite stubborn dogs. They really like to go and physically test their boundaries and see how far they can get with their rules. So if you want to come and see this beautiful pitty, make an appointment with Desert Haven to come and visit her. 775-751-7020, or you can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Look at those clouds.
Look at those clouds. They've been floating around town all day. They're threatening rain here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some beautiful clouds out there today. We're going to find out more about what's in store for our weather.
For the weekend with John, coming right up.
News 25 Weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. What a puffy bunch of clouds we got on this fine Friday. What do you think? All the way up to Fernley, we're looking at 54 degrees, and down to Carson City, not much better. It's staying in the low 50s, top part of the state. Mid part of the state, you're checking in around the 40s, 38 down to Goldfield. Oh my gosh, it's getting kind of chilly out there. What's going on today? It'll get better, don't worry. Coming down to Beatty, Amargosa, Las Vegas, we're in the low 50s. Death Valley still pretty good at 62 degrees and 48 for a low tonight. Here in the Paradise of Pahrump, where the air is pure and the grass is green, and it's got hailstorms going on. What was that all day yesterday? And today a little bit. It's choppy weather. 49 degrees was our high mark today. Winds out of the west and northwest to 11 miles per hour. 49% humidity, and as the sun rose this morning at 5:58 a.m., not too spectacular, but we'll hold out hope for the sunset at 5:49. I think it could be good. Low tonight, 34 degrees, and humidity staying with us, 67%. But check it out, it'll all change tomorrow. In fact, this whole week is going to be kind of weird. Choppy with the wind and the temperatures rocketing up and down. Tomorrow going to be a windy day, but clear. And Sunday, winds return just a little bit, but the temperature's creeping up. Monday, forget about it. 24-mile-per-hour winds, 56-degree temperatures, and then look at that warming trend all the way up to 73 degrees by weekends next. Oh, I'm looking forward to next weekend. How about that? This weekend won't be too bad. You'll have fun. Don't worry about it. It'll be great. All right, back to the desk. It's Missy, Indiana.
Well, you know, this is a fantastic opportunity, but if you remember last year, the community pool didn't open up because we didn't have enough staff available. Well, they are asking for lifeguards to apply right now, and that's happening for this summer's pool season. So you have to be 15 years old by April 1st.
Which I think is so cool. So if you're 15 years old by April 1st, you could spend your summer working at the pool. You also have to be able to pass a drug and alcohol screen and a background check and learn your lifeguard certification in first aid CPR. And you told me that they will teach that.
Yeah, that is part of the actual job, is that you go through those classes with them. So it's not something that you have to do on your own. A lot of the kids here in town have went through being lifeguards here and went on for many years doing that. So we are asking, if you are interested in doing this, you can download an application at nyecounty.net, or you can even email them.
Just email human_resources at co.nye.nevada.us and request an application. All kinds of employment opportunities there. Job descriptions are on the Human Resources Department website there. Applications need to be returned by email or fax, or you can even call them. All the information is there. And the deadline is March 25th. Let's get the pool open.
Yeah, really. That's going to be so much fun. You know, the kids just love being lifeguards. They're so much fun to do that. But we got to have the pool open, guys. So apply. And it's great that you only have to be 15 by April 1st.
I think that's wonderful. You can work this summer.
Good first job.
Make a little fasola.
There you go. All right. Well, you guys have a great weekend. We know it's been a little wild out there for our Friday night, so let's have a calm weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.
Have a nice weekend.
Good night.